Okay, hopefully that will work a little better, as I was just making a video, and sometimes my camera, oh, much better, acts a little choppy, where it catches every, like, fourth frame, rather than as quickly as it should. And, as I was doing before, I'm going to snack on some pistachios. Well, I talked to you about obfuscation, forced perspective, obvious confusion, and distortion. Now, a picture at the beginning when you're entering this room, this domain. A picture. Guy is standing there holding up some giant sunglasses. He certainly could be holding up a pair of sunglasses made of plastic. They were that big. Certainly could be. But we know he's not. Someone has the glasses closer to the camera, so it appears bigger. He's standing farther back. So it appears as he's lifting up a pair of sunglasses that are giant. That's not. Now, we can accept that as no one believed that he's actually holding up a giant pair of sunglasses. Everybody knows it's a forced perspective. But everything that's occurring on the media every day is exactly that. To what end? To what goal? What is the goal? Why hasn't it already been accomplished? I'm around for a long time. What's their goal? I mean, I just continually to play a giant joke, duper's delight, that kind of thing. Whenever I trick somebody, when I fool someone, when I dupe someone, that's only momentarily. You know, you play a little trick. Peekaboo with a baby. You know, you know what? People, the longest game of peekaboo ever was when my father left when I was 2. Get it? That's very funny. Funny you come in and steal that. Give me credit for it at least. Give me some free tickets or something. I'll come on to do it. You probably do a better job with it. Longest game of peekaboo ever. Courtesy of your boy. It's your boy. So there's forced perspective and it's utter confusion. It's obvious. Some people are just playing. Media doesn't have a lie. Fine. Except for every product you ever bought got that product on TV. And James Riley, that was good, right? Every product you ever bought on TV, it's not as good as it looks on there. You ever bought some food from a fast food restaurant? You see how good it looks on TV, and you get there like, what the fuck is this? So yeah, and politicians, I tell you all that shit, that never happens. So, food, products, politicians, watch a movie. It's either CGI or forced perspective. You know, the funny thing about, I think it was Lord of the Rings. It was either Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. No, not Harry Potter, it's Lord of the Rings. Everything in there. Everything in Lord of the Rings was forced perspective. There was very minimal, if any, CGI used really in there. A lot of it, when you see Gandalf and then that little guy, that's not CGI. That's literally like they set the camera up, put the thing like this. It was a lot of work to force that perspective, but it looked more organic. And people buy that. They buy that. And every day they eat up what's going on the TV. They eat up what's going on news. And the funny thing about it is there's so many forced perspectives. There's thousands of them. And everybody believes so heavily into their one perspective. They were given. Even the other forced perspectives that came to see. What's up, J-Ball? Or Dieball? These right here, these are the joint right here. I love pistachios, but I hate cracking them open because I always get like underneath my nail. You get the bloody thing underneath. Yeah, because you got to crack them all open. No, no shells. Roasted and salted already. Pound and a half of these joints right here. I don't know if I like cashews or pistachios better. Cashews are interesting because it's not actually a nut. Oh, it's a legume. Kind of like a few other things there. Like peanuts are a legume too. It's not a nut. Or is it a legume? Or something. It's something that is not a nut. So the amount of confusion that people have right now is amazing. Notice this thing recently? Joe Biden, it was Biden-Harris. Last few days, they've literally been saying the opposite. Harris-Biden. I've been telling you motherfuckers, this shit is so obvious. It's so obvious what they're doing. I can't wait. I believe that the greatest comedy writers got together with the greatest drama writers to write what, and the greatest horror film writers all sat down in a room like, let's write out a whole storyline for what the world's gonna be. Like, yeah, but you're fucking with people's lives, you know that, right? Like, you're not just like, it's not like they paid $1 to come into a movie theater and they get to leave in 2 hours. Like you're forcing your dog shit upon people, and that's not cool. It's kind of like why Stanley Kubrick came out and said just recently, well, you've just seen it recently, but he did it years ago because he died in '99. Came out and said, straight on camera, like, yeah, the moon landing, I filmed that. That was mine. He's like, and it's in one sense, it's my greatest accomplishment. In the other sense, I pulled the greatest trick on all of humanity that's ever been played. Maybe not the greatest, but that's up there. Convince people, land on the moon. They're like, no, I did that. And you can see all some behind the scenes footage and whatever. I was like, man, I've seen so many documentaries on this where people were speculating that's what's done. I mean, it's pretty obvious because he showed you in The Shining. Other people have, music videos, and they tell you. Well, he came out and said it. Do the dip and said, people watch that and go, nah, we still ain't in the moon. For real? For real? Dude just literally said that he filmed it, and that's what you've seen. Oh, but maybe we land on the moon, they just had that as a backup. The moon? Shit doesn't look like an object to me. Especially because you can see through it. That's weird. Could there be a moon? Might be over there somewhere. Might be some sort of reflection of something. So, would they be lying to say we landed on the moon? No. Probably have to go through a portal somewhere. Get out of this realm. And then you went and landed on the moon. Sure. With that reflection of the moon, most likely is a reflection of the Earth that we live on. And it's a map to the Earth. That's probably the more like it. But, nonetheless, all of the media distortion, people eat it up. They buy it and nom. You know what's funny? Who was out here yesterday or the day before? I was talking about if Donald Trump had to fight Joe Biden, well, that would be completely hilarious too. If they had had a debate, it would be like Mike Tyson beating up a 3-year-old with Down syndrome. And then I said, nah, actually Down syndrome might, because you got a touch of the Downies, you might have superhuman strength. So it's like a 3-year-old with the missing an arm with a peg leg or something. I turned on Joe Rogan today. He goes, and the title of the screen was, if Trump had to debate Biden, it'd be like Mike Tyson fighting a 3-year-old. Weird shit. Holographic universe. Or maybe people take notes of what I say. Oh, pretty cool either way. Pretty awesome. But if somebody does use that joke that I started this whole thing off with, that's mine. I know heard nobody said it before. That was too funny. Longest peekaboo ever. You're leaning towards nothing be able to? Nah, I can't see that. Everything says the opposite. It's got to be able to be done. How do you think the parasites got in here? They breached our firmament. Years ago, there was no moon there. Now there's a moon park there. That's why it's the Death Star. Brought the parasites in. You know? Seems like with all the changed everything. No, I has to be able to know. What's up, Matthew? Yeah. I mean, because really, like, is it like, if they could have enslaved the population, why didn't they already do it? What were they waiting on? Why did they give us the computer? They didn't have to. They didn't have to give us the internet. They never needed to. Nobody was forcing them to do that. Unless there's the white hats and the black hats. Unless there's some cosmic game going on. Unless there's a cosmic swing. Unless there's a, you know. Sometimes the bad guys winning. Sometimes the good guys winning. Sometimes you know who's good and who's bad. So, don't worry, I'll be done gnawing on these in a second. But it's so good. It's the addiction to a little bit of salt. I don't like too much salt. After I did it fast, I remember eating out at a restaurant and going, why is everything so salty? I can't. Everything tastes so oversalted to me all the time. It's like it's proof that my body doesn't want it. There's a complete addiction. As I'm sitting here drinking Coca-Cola. Yeah, but it's Mexican Coke. I don't do well with monosodium glutamate and high fructose corn syrup. These are not good for me. Not to say that there's MSG in Coca-Cola, although there might be. If you see something that says natural flavors on the side of your package and you think it's all good, natural flavors can actually include monosodium glutamate. Well, okay. As I said, a bag of cashews over here too. Cashews, and let's see which one I like better today. You guys can watch me munch on some nuts. Did that come off all wrong? Yeah, it did. It's kind of like when your boy was talking about smoking meat. That was such a funny clip put together. Who's everybody's favorite Android robot guy? Zuckerberg? Fuckerberg? Snuckerberg? What do you guys call him? I don't know. That weird looking dude, when he was talking about smoking meats. That's pretty good. I'll sit here gnawing some nuts. Nom, nom, nom. I breathe heavily. This is what it's come to. No. Because reality is just like a... No, nothing else to do. You can just laugh at it. You can just laugh. Or what? What the fuck else? What's going on? Can't do anything. Everybody's sick. Nobody want to open up a business. Said something like 60% of businesses are permanently shut down now. 60% that got shut down during like the beginning of this. 60% of those, of the 100% of businesses, whatever. I mean, 100% of businesses didn't shut down, but 60% of them. And there's something like $2.4 trillion that went from what would be considered small, medium-sized business to got put into the upper 1%. Like those poor people, their money once again somehow got siphoned off into the 1%ers' hands. Crazy talk. Crazy, man. What are you gonna do? I feel like the Mad Hatter out here, man. Why was the mad? Why did the Hatter go mad? Anybody know this? Because they used a chemical inside of the hat to mold it, and they didn't realize, as they're, because you got to stiffen it up, and there was all sorts of chemical. I don't remember what it was, but that chemical would leak into someone's skull as they're wearing the hat, and they would go mad. They would go crazy. They go cuckoo. Well, I forget what the chemical is. Anybody want to look that up? You can. Feel free. It's fun. But I feel that way at this point. What else is there to do with this society? Because I've tried for years, and everybody else has. Lots of people. Yeah, there's a lot of people waking up. I get it. Don't get me wrong about that part. But, like, you can't educate some of these people. They ain't hearing it. They ain't got time for it. They ain't vibing with it. They're just gonna be. They're gonna be on their. They're wearing like horse blinders. They're barely even wearing horse blinders. They're just wearing blindfolds. They can't even see. And it's like, I don't know. I'm just wipe the cold out your eye. Here, let me take those earplugs out. Let me explain something to you. I don't want to, trying to help you here. I'm literally trying to help you here. Anybody? No. Yeah. It's very interesting. So what else? What are you gonna do? I mean, I used to beat myself up over this shit. I was like, what can I do to really, help these people? I'm just like, take it or leave it. No sweat off my back. I'm not gonna waste my energy and time with people who ain't listening. So I just laugh at it. I mean, I've always just laughed at things, but that little Gemini in me would always be like, "Oh, why aren't you guys listening? You guys think it's good. You guys get it." But so these lies, distortion, the media, like who's to be trusted in the media, the major media. The funniest thing about the major media to me is this. I remember growing up, and maybe a few weeks ago I had addressed this idea. And the people that, they all seemed like complete, like, don't trust any of them. And the ones that were the goofiest, silliest, smarmiest, smarmy, I use the word smarmy, have become the voices of reason these days. If there's anybody worth listening to, you know who it is? It's going to sound really bizarre. And if you ever listened to him through years, I didn't even know he was still on the TV. Tucker Carlson. Only dude worth listening to. I haven't heard him say many things that are too stupid these days. He's actually seems like a reasonable human being. I remember before he sounded like a complete dipshit. But then again, this is playing personality. I don't know. Maybe that's really him. Maybe he's really like, I can't. Remember the movie The Network? If you ever seen it, go watch it. This media personality goes crazy on TV, and they're thinking about fire. They're about to fire him, and they go, "No, this is perfect. He's enraged. He's in this is getting ratings. We want people watching this." And so they just let him rage out. Not that Tucker does that, but that's what they used to do. With that, I've read the book to you before. It's called Assholes, a Theory. It's called Assholes, a Theory. And he takes a long look at all of these different media personalities, and they have blowhards like Chris Matthews. They have people that feign towards being so upset and by everything, and that there's these personalities, and some of them they are that beyond the camera, but a lot of them are just playing a little role. But the easiest is if they find the person that is like that. And so this was the movie The Network. The guy really was upset, and they just said, "It's fine. Here, take the show. Let's just do that." And because it doesn't really affect anything. People just say, "Oh yeah," and then they turn it off, and they're like, "Ooh, he was mad. Now we'll go sit around the water cooler and be mad together." And like at this point, what isn't entertainment? So what is not entertainment? What is not? What's it, Divine Hazel? What's up, Earth-inspired pottery? That's you, yeah? What's up, man? Unless you're comically contracted. Well, I'm not contracted to comedy, but comedy is somehow contracted to me. I've contracted comedy. Some people contract chlamydia or AIDS. I contracted comedy. How's that? What's up, RJ? What you doing? You know, it's funny, Earth inspired. I'm Mercurian myself. I'm a Mercury. And, you know, that's. I don't know that that's what it was. I would look up. I would look up the. I don't think it was Mercury, but if it was, maybe that's me. That's why Geminis are so crazy, man. Wild and crazy. You know, I don't know, because people have misunderstood Mercury. Mercury is not a poison. This is why the Indian they're called Shiva's lingams. The lingams are made out of gold and usually gold and mercury put together, but um, other times they'll use different metals just to harden the mercury, and they can harden the mercury without using heat or anything. All they do is add a bit of an acid like lemon juice. Add lemon juice to mercury and an oxide, and they start mixing it up and turning it into a solid mercury lingam, and you can touch it with your hands. It doesn't make you go mad. It can't get into you. It's not going to damage you, and they actually consume it. So the gold and the mercury, when they put that together, they consume it. Both very curious metals. Gold being a very curious metal because of its malleability and its, you know, how moldable it is as that thing. And then it get even crazier, like, man, at room temperature, mercury is a liquid, but it's a metal. Crazy, right? So yeah, that's some old technology. So yeah, mercury has never been a problem. It's always the heavy metals that are attached to it. What's up, David Magnon? Berg, yeah, like an iceberg. Yep. Interesting. There you go. I like that. I did not know that. Well, I mean, I suppose I understood the Z part. I never vocalized it that way. But yeah, that makes sense. That is a placeholder. Yes. Yeah, Johnny K. We were talking about bow ties. Like, well, you know, most people wear ties because they can get somebody grabbed by the neck. Neck moose. Can't do that with a bow tie. Mr. Mannion. I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Thank you. When he dips, well, yeah, when he goes Looney Tunes, that movie to me is in the same class as They Live. You know, that time period, certain kind of. Also I don't know why, but uh, it came out a little after that. So I guess Atlas Shrugged, Ayn Rand. I don't know why. That came out way later. That's an interesting trilogy. Yeah. Who was what is his name? Charles Galt? No, not Charles Galt. Whatever his name is. Hello, hello. Thoughts on birth cards and life spreads? Um, I don't know. My head's not really in that tarot, all that. I mean, it certainly has. It's certainly something. I mean, astrology and tarot. Tarot for me, whenever I throw cards for people, it's always direct. It's always correct. So that's always interesting. I mean, it's tarot cards are highly functional, as well are, you know, your birthday and your. We were doing it last. Jay Marley was on last night. We all hung out in the Zoom chat. We were playing with the astrology. Then we got into human design, and we got into a little bit of the Mayan calendar and astrology that way. You know, and those all kind of, excuse me, they all kind of weave into each other. I mean, if you play with tarot, you know about astrology, and if you know about astrology, then you know they intermingle. Life path numbers and all of this. Hey RJ, what's your life path number? Do you know how to figure that out, right? You just add up your your day, but if your month is 12, you add up 1 plus 2, and if it's not 1989, then it's 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus, you know, you add them up in order, and that will give you a number, and then you want to reduce it to, you know, 1 through 9. John Galt. Who is John Galt? Thank you. Who is John Galt? I feel like I just answered a Jeopardy question. Who is John Galt? I like to Jeopardy, baby. Yeah. My favorite movie with a reference to Jeopardy is White Men Can't Jump, when Rosie Perez has to say the Q words. I can't even do it. Oh, if I wasn't gonna laugh about it. Quince. The way her, oh yeah, Rosie Perez is one. I don't care if she used to be a dude. I don't think so. She's sexy. I've always found her super sexy. Rosie Perez. Quince. I can't even pronounce it. Words that start with a letter Q. Alex. Billy. When she says Billy, she goes Billy. Is lying there in the bed. When I'm thirsty for water, I can't say water. When I'm thirsty, you too, Billy, must be. I can't do it. If I have a straight face, I could do it pretty good, but I'm smiling. Oh, fuck. Everybody knows those scenes. If you don't like What Man Can't Jump, you're no friend of mine. Okay, so it's 4. Okay, life path is 4. Yeah, it was. That was so funny. Wait, you don't remember that part of White Man Can't Jump? They're that hotel room. They got you know, he's got the jar of money right there. Um, I don't know how much he's been hustling at this point with Wesley Snipes, but they're on the bed, and she says she wants a glass of water, and he goes to get her a glass of water, and he gets real mad at her because she's going, no, I want you to also say I too know how it feels to be thirsty. And he goes, so confusing. If I say I'm thirsty, if anyone in the room has a glass of water, I would like it. And he's got a glass of water, and then after they're arguing, he just throws the water in her face, and she's like also surprised, and he just walks out. And I think yeah, then he goes, and yeah, what a great movie. What a great movie. I think yeah, it's well before she's on Jeopardy. You don't remember Zoom was a thing last night? Yeah, yeah. That was funny. My guy right there. That was some stuff. So funny, like out of nowhere, he's like, I've never seen this before. I just kind of woke up to all this stuff just recently, and you were like, when you start listening to Zen's channel? He's like, today. Oh shit. Well, you just took the red pill. Somebody offered you the red pill, the blue pill, and you just took both of them and then asked for the rest of the pills. I was like, I take the green one, take the other one, take the whole whatever you need, and then jump off this cliff. Like, okay. And that's basically what he did. I was like, this is where you show up. I was like, all right. He was like, well, I had this vision, I had this dream that I would meet a master builder, I would meet a shaman. And he's like, I'm like, well, you in the right room for all that shit, huh? Oh, then Arcadian was on one. That was funny. Arcadian had tied one on pretty nice, huh? Mm. Yeah, there's much deeper energies behind the tarot. Definitely, give it a shot, man. I mean, just do not. I'm telling you, do not get a Rider-Waite deck. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go to a shop and find the one that speaks to you. There'll be one deck of cards. You'll be like, what? And you'll be like, that's the one. But the trick is, you can't buy it. Somebody has to buy it for you. It's got to be a gift. First deck of cards I got, I bought. Didn't work out too well. Then after that, for some reason, I was gifted every other deck I have. I had like 5 decks. I gave one away, And then I have two of the same because I thought I lost one, but I gave one away, which was a really, really nice deck. It was a gloss. Somebody actually, I was gifted this one, but I didn't know what to do with it. It was like out of my, and I know a tarot reader in the quarter, and I was like, here, you should play with this. You're way better. Like that's what she does for a living. And I was like, I just play with this, and I got a few cool. I got a deck sitting right there. Yeah, take that purple pill. Take that purple pill. That purple and yellow. I know. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was not paying attention to that when I was like, "Do you guys want to see my piss that's 12 years old?" He's like, "What the?" And he wanted to say "What the fuck," but he couldn't say. He was like, What the heck? What the hell's going? Oh, what the heck is going on over here?" Yep. For sure. For sure. That was a lot of fun. But I was like, because I went and got the jars, and like he's like, "What the? Why are you? What are you talking? Is this? What is happening? What is happening here?" I was like, "Well, you open up the, you open up the genie's lamp. I mean, here it is. What do you want to see? What goes on? This is how it works." He jumped off. He jumped into the deep end. It's like I never went swimming before. Eh, you look tall enough. You're lanky enough. You look like you could swim. Eric Alchemic, what's up? And again, there's enough people in here that I know that if anybody wants to, we can turn this into a Zoom show pretty soon. Because I don't really. The only reason I got on here is just to see if anybody I knew wanted to do a little Zoom chat or whatever. Eric Alchemic. Man, I was supposed to. Eric, wasn't it you that I was supposed to send my other deck to? And I was just like in between a move and like, oh man, it was you, right? And I was gonna send you my other deck, and I was like, dude, I can't even get to. I remember I couldn't get to. I don't know if it was you, but if it was you, I was like, I couldn't get to the because it was right when this whole nonsense started with the CV nonsense, and I was like, I can't even get to the post office. It's way over there. I was like, I can't even. It's not even open. All this nonsense. I was like, guess you don't get one of these. I don't know if that was you. If it wasn't, it was. Yeah. That was you. I remember. Yeah. And then it just went from that to then just some other shit, and then I was moving, and then like it was just like, I guess you'll get you'll get a deck somehow. I guess that maybe was too powerful for you to begin with. I don't know. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. It's funny that I remember that was you, because I don't remember much of anything in my life. I kind of let it all just mix into a stew of absolute nonsense. No, and Jay Mully, he did not sink. No, he didn't. He swam right through it. And he was enjoying it, man. That was cool. I mean, because we gave him like I like because I'm just gonna talk the way I talk. You like it or you don't. I don't. It's not up to me. You know, I just we're up in there. If that's not for him, then he can. The door's right there. Enjoy your day. Have a good time. And the fact that he could dealt with so remember he was talking about having a demon, and then Arcadian was on some demon shit, right? Which was funny, and I get that way too, But Arcadian was, and he dealt with it well. It was really classy. Hmm. Well, and I'll put it out there again for everyone. If y'all want to, I will open up the zooms, the zooms in the roomy rooms. We'll pull the chat over there. I would like to. Usually, if there's like 20 people in here, it works out better. That way we can organize like, well, I don't know, at least a half dozen of us. I don't like to go to the Zoom if there's only like 4 of us. That's kind of when I feel like I'm just talking to. I'd rather just do it one-on-one with people. Yeah, the demon shit was great. And no, when he told me that, like literally, the energy went from right here in my spine, went down, and then came back up. And then I was telling someone the story later, and the same exact thing happened. I was like, wow, that's cool. Like I just pulled his demon energy from him. And so I was like, you'll be fine. I was like, there'll be some shrapnel in there. I could, yeah, it was hilarious. I've seen some crazy stuff. The craziest thing I ever seen was I walked into a bar, and so in Baltimore, every street corner is either a church or a bar. No shit. Literally, it's a church or a bar. I mean, it used to be like, okay, maybe a corner store or whatever. Those corner stores turned into something else or closed. But yeah, so you got a church or a bar. And so I walk into a local bar, and it's basically a row house, so it's not that big. It's not that deep. It's like the bar straight, walk behind. Okay, so I walk in the corner bar, and I sit down at the end of the bar, right near the window, right where you walk in. This dude's sitting there, and he turns over and he looks at me as I sit down next to him. Well, I kind of stood next to him to grab a beer, and I looked over him. He turns and looks at me, and his eyes, when I'm telling you, they, not his eyes, his entire eyeballs, both of them, completely were black. Like the whites of his eyes were black. I was not tripping. I hadn't even had a drink that day. It was the football Sunday. This is like, I mean, I probably had a drink before I left the house, but you know what I mean. It wasn't like it wasn't. It was a snowy day. Football, Ravens season, and I walk in there, and his eyes were black, and then he blinked or something, and then had eyes. And you know what? I sat down and I had a drink with him, and I want to hang out with him a couple times, and in fact he did some work for me. Yeah, he had helped me move a hot tub. Him and a couple of his friends. Yeah, cool dude. But wow, was he definitely not from here? Crazy shit, man. And I was not even on some tripping shit. I was not on some drunk shit. I don't. Yeah, my eyes function. I have very good vision. I can see things. I was like, no shit. I could just sit next to a demon. How cool. Hmm. So what else? What else? Yeah, see, I kind of because I don't really have anything to say specifically. I'd rather turn this into the Zoom chat. That way, I could just shut this shit off because nobody needs to hear all this on the YouTubes. Because I mean, if I had some organized thoughts where I kind of ran through that, I don't have anything else to say. I'd rather just talk shit with you guys. If you guys want to do it, just say I like to go to Zoom rooms then. And again, you guys don't need to put your faces on camera. You can actually call in too. That's a fun thing. Except I think it's a little stupid. I think it's real stupid. It's like if you got a phone, then you got an internet, and you just download the damn app. You foolish. Did I ask him about that? No. You think I'm crazy? I'll sit down and have a drink with him, hang out with him, and party with him. I'm not gonna ask him about that. I mean, I just didn't know what to do. I was like, what the? That's just in my mind. I said, what the fuck? And but excuse me, sir. Why were your eyes just completely black and now they're not? I mean, today, who I am today, I probably would. I probably would be like, why were your eyes just like that? Yeah, probably. I would lean towards probably about 80%. I would do that. Then, I mean, that was like 13 years ago, 14 years ago, maybe longer. Yeah, I didn't really have all this like knowledge and confidence and whatever. I was like, you shot? Yeah, well, yeah, well, we shot today. No, I got no problems with that. But different time, different place, man. Yeah. I don't know who wasn't here for the rest of the talks. I mean, I could get into the Kamala Harris stuff, the Joe Biden thing. I kind of touched on that already earlier. Um, oh yeah, the between worlds stuff. That's a common theme. That's cool. Do you remember the other world that you're in, or do you just wake up and you just know you're between worlds? Because that's interesting that you say that, because I woke up today. I woke up today because I was in a dream. It was really weird, and I was doing math in a dream for a reason. It was weird, and I could rattle it off in my head, and that's not something I would normally do in a dream. And then when I woke up, it was just this weird. It was a weird, interesting between spaces. Yeah, it was a weird energy. Like normally it's like when you're going to bed and you're kind of drifting off to sleep and you're kind of like, oh, I'm in my body, and you wake up and you're like, oh man, I was kind of in that other world, and yeah, I usually going to sleep, I catch that a few times, where I'll get pulled back into this realm, going off and drifting into, or it's really great like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're kind of going back to sleep and you can really just stay on that precipice and you can really image things and you can really get into lucidity in a way that you can project a vision of anything you want. That nice car, that sweet chick, that whatever, and that you can project pretty solid right there. Until you get too happy that oh man, driving this car, yeah, I'm hanging out with this chick, whatever, and then you you wake up into this realm and you gotta slide back into that other realm. You're coming up on that. The patterns things I can see after I've done a lot of sun gazing, or after some sleepless nights for sure, after fasting. I mean, obviously chemicals will do that, but I don't really do chemicals anymore. Yeah, that's probably it, man. Take a couple days off, man. Clarify your head. Get a little smoke out of there. You might be able to see a little bit better. Yeah, for me, I mean, whether or not smoking, drinking, or whatever, it really depends. Sometimes it helps me, but because I don't smoke all the time, I used to. Yeah, low dose. Well, this is about the longest I've taken a break from alcohol in a while. What day is it? Is it Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday, right? Oh, look at that. That's been like, I don't know, week and a half, almost 2 weeks. It doesn't see people are like, oh, you drink all the time. I'm like, no, yeah, I don't really get it. Not really. I usually take like 4 days off. Like I'll be like a 4 or 5 day bender. I take 4 or 5 days off, and now it's like I had like 3 days of just consumption, and then I was like, take a break here. So I'm on that. What do they call it? On the wagon right now. Yeah. However that is. I mean, I don't really call it that because I don't really have, the DTs or whatever. I don't get that. Like for a day, I'm just kind of like weak afterwards, but it's like, just a hangover. Maybe even a day and a half hangover. Like when you're a kid, you get a hangover, and it's like for 6 hours, maybe tops. And you get older, it's like, damn, that hangover is lasting a little longer, huh? But after you fast and clean out, hangovers are much less. They're a little more intense, but they're less. Do you have the same strain of herb that you smoke? Is it the same thing all the time, or do you just like weed? Weed in general. I don't understand why this happens sometimes. It's on live chat, and then I go to the thing and it says it's not in live chat. I don't get it. Really don't get it. Different stuff. Okay, so you just want to smoke something. Just get high. You don't care if it's you don't care what direction. If it's a hybrid or. I mean, I don't. It depends on what I'm doing, but most of the time I like a downer. I don't like the sativa. Well, you got sativa and. Oh, good man. Well, I mean, I prefer it that way. Since it's been become legalized, it's way more expensive, and it's all so like I don't know. It doesn't. It's not like weed anymore. To me, it's like a whole different thing. It's like, yeah, yeah. Sativas are too much for me, man. I'll stick to the indica heavy. Just sit here. I just want to melt into a couch and just be like, well, I'm good. I'm good. Because my brain is already too fantastical. I don't need more going on in there. The different resonances. I mean, I could tell you some strains that I like headbands. Headband is one of my favorite. Yeah, sativas are too. I mean, I'm already like that. So what am I? What am I gonna? It's like, to me, to me sativa is like taking a high dose of acid. Like, I'm good. I mean, I've done it, and I've done, but I don't really like it. It's like, all right, my brain is already in overdrive. You're gonna fry my brain. I don't need that. I like, yeah. I've already, my brain, I've already exploded my brains all over the wall with plenty of different substances that I've done. So I'm pretty good with keeping my brain inside of my skull. Yeah, it's more specific. It's more refined. You know, it's like pirate radio versus broadcast radio. You're gonna get exactly what you get. There's a reason that anywhere you go, 97.9 will be a pop rock station, and we get the smooth jazz, and 106.7 and 103.9 is always a hip hop station, and 90.5 is probably your college radio, and 91.5 and 89 satellite. No, 91.5 is classical NPR music. And then, you got the country music is about 95s, 96s. No, 96 is rock. 60s, 70s rock is like 96. Right? Is that about right? Is that about what it is where you live? Everywhere I've been, it's about that same. It doesn't change too much. No matter where you go, this calling card's about the same. Just find us on the FM dial. If you go over to the AM, you can find yourself some football, some baseball games, and some NASCAR. You listen to NASCAR on the radio, there's something really wrong with you. There's something exceptionally wrong with you, for real. I mean, I've never been to the track. I'm sure Jay has, just because he lives in Florida. I could see going. When I lived in Baltimore, there was they did the Indy, they did the streetcar, like they blocked off all the streets. That was awesome. Watching these Formula One. Yeah, it was that Formula Ones. Like, I'm standing there at the bar, and this is the street that I'm going down, like on my bicycle normally. They got all the pilot, the whole thing. These guys are doing like 150. Windows are shaking. That was awesome. Totally awesome. I would love to watch that. Like, I could see the street, going through the streets. That's awesome. And I could even see going to a NASCAR event. That's very lowbrow. I like monster trucks. I go to a monster truck rally. I'm all about it. It's like if ayahuasca were on every bodega. 97.9. That's interesting. It's my birthday, 1979. That's very funny. Are you right, Pop Rock? How did I do the golden oldies? uh, oh yeah, turn left, turn left, turn left, turn left. Yeah, the lowbrow of it though, just the being in the crowd. I think there's something fun about that. That's why I would go. It's nice out, drinking beers. Got the cooler there. The sun's beating down. People are just acting a fool. I'm all about that. I'm a lot more. I'm a lot more hillbilly and podunk and than I appear to be sometimes. I enjoy that shit. Not all the time. Not all the time. I'm sophisticated at times, but Yeah, I much would prefer the street races like Monaco and all that. Like that's awesome. When I was involved, I'm telling you, it was the coolest thing. I was like, man, they should do this every year, and they didn't do it the next year. They did it one time, and it was it. I was like, man, that was the coolest thing ever. Remember, on one side of the track, you could stand right there. You could literally almost touch the car, and you're just watching a Porsche go by. You're watching a Ferrari go by. You're watching all these different cars just doing like a $180. Like, whoa. Like you could really almost touch it. That's crazy. And you get the sound and smell of the different engines. You'd guess by the sound. By the time you were there for a couple hours, you kind of guess which car is coming next, just by the sound of the engine. That was fun. So you just got to flip the 7 and the 9. Yes. Yes. Hmm. Oh, you've never, Jay, you've never been? Oh, that's it's too bad. And maybe depending on what your road trip's looking like and all that, come come uh, come December, if you are coming back through, or if we're coming back through, or whatever, or whatever that turns into, we'll go to Florida. We'll go to a track. You said fact though. Come on, man. You'd fit in perfectly. Get you all. Yeah, you look like you belong there. You have a guitar amp that's 8 years older than me, man. So it must be cream and brown color. Yeah, nothing wasn't everything wasn't black and black in the '70s. It was like it was probably the color of this. It was probably like the brown on the outside and cream the mesh on the front. Speaking of guitar amps, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you guys know him. He's supposed to be coming here. He's a musician. He plays guitar and plays some brass too. Um, he comes on to some of my shows. I know him from IG. I'm trying to get him to come on here because, well, not on here. The we're gonna get little band together over on the Zooms because we got some. Those are the 62. Okay, well, all black and silver. Oh, okay. So I was a little okay. So you were saying early '70s, 62s. Interesting. The fact that you know that is pretty awesome. His name is Will. He lives in Bloomington. Funny enough, Bloomington, Indiana. It's funny because I've lived there, and yeah, Will Johnson, great guitarist. 62, 60. Oh no shit, man. You know it like that. Yeah. Oh, you geeking out? Okay. Yeah. I don't know about his guitar knowledge like that. I know he can play a little bit. He plays very bluesy stuff. So I'm trying to get people on the Zoom thing. We got how many people come on and play guitar? One, two, three people play guitar. You'd make 4 or 5. He plays a couple of things. Then we got like 3 people that play the drums or bongos. Even though one of them won't come out and play, and his name's Jay Marley. He ain't pulled his bongos out yet. Even though not super champ. David Mannion pulled them out, and who else did? Somebody else rang out that. Yeah, and Parsival got his guitar out plenty of times. Hey, so do you know? Okay, he said you're a geek. I'm a geek about all sorts of different things. Just knowledge of things in general. I was looking at this chart the other day, and there's a way you can look at a foot and the way that your toes are set up, and you can figure out what your heritage might be. whether you're Greek or Roman or I think there's eight different foot types. You can kind of figure out where you're from. If anybody's interested, look up the chart. Foot, toe or foot. I think it's probably like toe length. Toe length. Put toe length, history, Greek. You'll see a chart. You just go to the pictures or whatever and Google. There should be like 8 pictures of toes. And apparently, I never knew what I'm from, but there was two, and I was like, no, shit, that is, yeah, I'm Greek. Apparently, I don't know. And the other one was like it matched. It matched the kind of people that have my kind of schnoz. And it's not Jewish, by the way. It wasn't Romanesque either. And there's like, I mean, you can facially diagnostic someone too. But the feet are pretty solid to your very ancient ancestry. You were trying to play the drums? Oh, Divine Hazel plays. Toe length genetics. Yeah, I guess that would be it. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Well, come on, sometimes I get drunk. That's the only way I'm gonna freestyle is if I'm a little towed up. You know what? Last night, like before I go to bed, sometimes my brain will just start going to this overdrive where it's really weird. I'll be trying to get to sleep and my brain will just start rhyming words. It's not me doing it. It's not like I'm hearing things. It kind of like a word will pop in my head and like, rhyme this with this, and then I don't know, it goes on for like 10 minutes. And I was like, man, it's so funny. I could do that, and I could probably write it. I've written it down plenty of times, but to actually say it is really weird. I can do all of this, and because I'm not really thinking about it, but I was thinking about like the words that are rhyming in my head. I can't get them out of my mouth because it's happening too fast in my head. I'd be like a half step behind every single word I was about to say. It'd be like an echo in my head to my mouth. Hazel, join our Zoom band. Yes, he's playing that's right. He's switching up to the Jew harp. That's right. A banjo? You can rock a banjo. What do I got over here? I got one of those little mini ones. I got a ukulele. Sitting around here somewhere. It's over there. I play around with it. I'm worthless at it. I've had a guitar. I gave it away to somebody who he could play it. So I was like, you could play it. I can't really. He's like, for real? I was like, you can have it, dude. Because he was like in between houses. I was like, if it's gonna make you money, like I don't know. It just sits here. I kind of dick around with it a little bit. So all I do is sing. Well, there you go. We needed a singer, anyways. We needed a singer. We've. Hey, welcome to the band. You're in the band. You have made the band. I've never even heard you sing, but I'm assuming it's pretty good. So we got a Jew harp player. We got two guitarists, possibly 3. We got a couple of people to play the bongos, the djembe, and then we got I'm gonna get my guy over here who plays he plays some, I don't know what he's playing. I don't know if he was playing the trumpet. I think he was playing the trumpet. Very Dizzy Gillespie-esque. I'm gonna get at him right now. Yeah. Eric Alchemic, see ya. Come through. I gotta answer an email anyway, so you guys just wait there. See, this would be so much easier if you guys. Oh, that's right. Jay is mobile. Mobile. Oh yes, ain't that fresh? Yeah. All right. Oh, he just. Oh, he just. You know, it's so funny. He just. That's so funny. I was just talking about it. He just texted me. Oh, he's in class. Let me see. I'll let you hear some of his music. Um, let's see. Will. Here you can hear some of his music. Let's see what we got here. I don't think he'll mind. I mean, considering it's on the. Here's some of his old. Here's him. Come on, Will. Yeah, and I guess he plays the piano too. He sounds like he sounds like a cat is running along it. Kind of a virtuoso or something. Here, hold on. That's what else. What does he got here? Let's find his new stuff. What's has he done? This is that's not him. Yeah. Anyways, so let's get the band back together, guys. What do you think? Another Earth inspired. No, I moved. I'll give you. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll give you a new address. I still because I moved and I've moved to another apartment building. The last place I had a couple packages stole, so now that I live in I don't trust apartment buildings, so I'll just give you address to my friend's house, and you can send it there. It would be awesome. And in fact, I'll probably give whatever you send some of that to the person that you're going to send it to. I just don't know what the address is off the top of my brains, but I'll hit you up with that. Thank you. Band name, you're in good hands. the Allstate what would you call it? The Allstate Jazz Band. You're in good hands. That's hilarious. Oh, that's right, Jay. We were supposed to buddy up and do be poop pals together. We were supposed to do enemas together. I know. I forgot about it. Why didn't you tell me? If you just reminded me, I was totally doing this, eating snacks. I mean, I just drank some coffee, so that's gonna help move this through me. I will not be in any band with that name. Thank you. Yeah, man. Of course, of course. I mean, and whenever I do, I let them know it's from you for sure. You got my email still, right? Which one? What I use, whatever one. I'll get it. I don't know which one you have. Is it the Theo or is it the Zen or which one? Hey, Junie. Yeah, for real. If everybody just, I mean, you could do it all at once, but if everybody just put a part into to Parsifal, he could put something together. Hey, and hopefully, Junie, I was talking about you. We're talking about all the guitarists we have, and this dude right here. I'll play another riff of his. He also plays the piano and the trumpet a little bit, and so I was like, we need brass in the band. I mean, he's nice with the guitar. This is Willie Johnson. Willie, word. Let's go. reverbs on that is terrible because the echo is awful. Let's try this one. Come on now. Oh. Yep, that one's right. That's what I got right there. Willie. But he doesn't have any of his horn on here. Actually, he sent me some playing his song. Let me see. If I can find it. Yeah. Where did he send it to? Shit. I think it's because he's working on it, and it wasn't exceptionally perfected. So he was a little like, you know, this is a work in progress. Yeah, it was very shitty of you. Yeah, you got the Theo. Cool. That's the Theo Luminous. That's fine. That's cool. What name do you know him by? You know what? I don't know the last time that he's been to, because he's still doing the college thing, man. So he's a little busy with college work and shit right now. What does he go by on the? He goes by Willie Johnson on here, but I know he got a different name on the. I don't know that he's been to many of my live shows. He knows my videos, and that's how I know him. But I know him like more like we correspond a lot on the Instagrams. Yeah, I don't remember. So I was talking to him earlier today. I was like, why don't you show up to my live shows? He's like, man, I've been trying to, man, I'm so busy. I'm like, well, whole lot of love, okay, yeah. So we'll get everybody to throw a piece. Well, maybe that's him. I don't know. Really? I don't. Well, maybe it just never clicked in my head because I know him by just like I know him a different like I don't know him by Will Johnson on here. I know him by his name on here is Willie, right? And I speak to him differently. I don't know. So maybe it just never clicked that that's him. So yeah, Will Johnson. Uh-huh. Okay. What's up? Shut up. Well, here's the thing, Junie. Though, if you're gonna splice things together, so everyone's gonna have to. We're gonna have to start with what's the tempo? What's the BPMs on that? What's up, Fire Drake? Fire Drake up in the building. Hey, Fire Drake, we might do. I'm trying to get enough people in here to make it like a reasonable idea to go do a zooms if you want to join. I'm just screwing around. This is kind of a Zoom right now for us, but kind of a more one-directional. But we'll try to hook up a multifaceted fun time where all of you can have your stinking faces online talking to each other in real time. But yeah, we'll have to. Yeah, Junie, we'll have to do that. T double drizzles. Fire drizzles. He got riddles. T double drizzles got the riddles. Do you also play the fiddle? Okay, she said, I ain't singing, I get paid to sing. I can see you doing the attitude too. I get paid to sing. Dare you. Play the Chris. Okay, yeah, that's cool. We'll have to, yeah, we'll have to think of, I will orchestrate the whole thing. I'll sit there with a, your farts are pretty musical. You play the fart, the fart trombone. Do you is it more of a tuba, or is it more of a rapid fire, high pitched, or you like the low and slow? Ooh, Tibetan singing bowls and old growth. That sounds cool. The trees must have been very happy. Oh man, I watched a video the other day of a chick playing piano in the middle of the. I mean, it wasn't in the middle of the jungle, but it was like out there with a couple of elephants. It's really awesome. Sitting there just listening to her play the piano. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll just talk over top of it like I do all the time, anyways. Like you'll be out in the back like Zen, shut the fuck up. I'm playing an instrument here. uh, Zen, you fucking ruin everything by talking. Have you started? Have you started taking out yet? Is that geeking out? There's no reason to live in misery. Didn't. Uh, isn't that where Stephen King's this is not the secret window, the one with the cabin? What was the old one? Uh, where the guy like got in a car accident or something, and he's in the bed, like and the woman's taking care of him, and like keeps him in the. He tries to escape, and she like breaks his legs again. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You know, that's funny you say that. I was reading a post on drinking key lime water out of copper. And I wondered what I mean, I guess it was probably the electrical charge you're gonna get. But also, I mean, the copper is gonna turn that key lime because of the acid in it, it's gonna turn blue really quick. Fire Drake pissed. I can't imagine it. Musical crime. Thank you. Thanks. Now I know. Now I know how you feel about me talking. It's a crime to hear me speak. That's too bad. Too bad. I'll just shut the fuck up then. You guys, speak amongst yourselves. It's not too fun, is it? You sit there in silence. You sit there in silence then. I'm done, I'm done with your shit. Hamilton Raphael, what are you doing? From Portugal. Portugal. You were we're somewhere in the middle of the show where it's just. I was trying to turn this into a Zoom room where we could just talk differently. So this whole broadcast is not going to be one of mine. Hey, this is Zen talking about something important. Oh, even the beginning of the beginning was fun. The beginning was me talking. Now it's just me responding to Jay Marley's arrogance, and well, he's the one in the bathtub with a tube up his ass. How arrogant can you be when you're sitting there with a tube stuck up your ass? And yeah, we're talking about starting a band here. Hey Hamilton, you want to join? You want to join the band? What instrument do you play? Do you play any? Do you play wind instruments perhaps? Yeah. What is he doing? Yeah. He's funny. He likes to call everybody else arrogant, but that arrogant son of a bitch. You got a didgeridoo? Fire Drake's joining the band. Fire Drake's in the band. I love it. We've almost got we're working on a whole orchestra here. A didgeridoo. We got didgeridoo. We got crystal balls. We got guitarists. We got a Jew harp. We got a horn. We got just a single horn at this point. But I mean, I could walk down the street and find a couple people to play horns. But I don't need that. I don't want that. I need people off the line. That's kind of how we got to do it. Did I understand things? We got the djembes, the bongos, a drummer. Either way, probably have. We could get Mayan's not. He said he's really good at drums. He just needs to get a drum set. Yeah. What else do we need here? Wait, this is where Zen gets butt hurt by Jay being playful with his master of mouthful musings. Why would I be butt hurt over Jay? Who's Jay? Who's Jay? I don't understand. You're talking about Jay Marley. Who's this Jay guy? Poop pals. There we go. Poop pals is it. Me and Jay were supposed to be poop pals today, and he's mad at me because I'm not pooping with him. I forgot. I just totally got up and I was had some coffee, did a bunch of substances, and here I am with you guys. Forgot we were supposed to be sitting in a bathtub, not together, but together in, from a distance. Yeah. Butt hurt. Well, yes, my butt was feeling a little pressure today. Yeah, a little pressure because I ate too much yesterday. Oh wait. Yeah. He got the digis. Yeah, Jay Marley, didn't you just send me that? What was that dude's name that you sent me playing the 3-piece didgeridoo? And then, oh man, there's this. It reminds me. I had a good friend when I was in Baltimore, guitarist, played the didgeridoo, and it was the funniest thing because he was the coolest, hippiest dude you'd ever meet, surfer hippie dude, and his name, he lived in Kansas City, but then he moved to Baltimore. And his name was Ron, and he was an insurance salesman. I'm not kidding you, but he was a 20, at the time I was like 25, so he was like 25, 24. 24-year-old insurance salesman named Ron that was literally the hippiest, like, hey, what's up, man? And plays the didgeridoo. And that's somebody that I actually, I got to smoke so much salvia with him. That's hilarious. Yeah. Good dude. And then for whatever reason, one day, just fucking lost touch with him. Yeah. Okay, couldn't find him. I don't know. Hey, Fire Drake, I got a hand pan drum. I have one. I got a steel drum. I let somebody borrow it, but it was like a whole thing. So I let somebody borrow this. They let me hold that. It was a whole trade for things. Somebody took my djembe, so they gave me a hand drum, and then I let somebody borrow the hand drum because they could play it, and I said, I gotta go get it back. I haven't done that yet. From piss pals to poop pals. Hamilton, what about December? It does appear as though that's when that when the ozone will be completely gone, and there'll be much different energies on this planet. I've done a lot of videos on that recently, man. I'm kind of spent on talking about that because I've done that over the past like 4 or 5 days. Um, but I mean, it's as simple as the I think, I mean, we're watching it happen as we speak. Everybody's sleeping patterns are different, energies are different, breathing patterns are different. Everyone's in a different energy, and it's not just the nonsense of the fake splam blemic garbage nonsense. It's sort of different energies from the sun and our our outer shell of this realm is dissipating quite rapidly. And what happens? I think people's DNA changes. I think people upgrade their telekinetic and other type of powers. I think people become more like X-Men. I think the kind of things you can do in your dreams will start to become closer to here. And I think I don't know. Maybe we'll see a zombie apocalypse and we'll get to participate in it. I mean, shit. At this point, that sounds like fun. What the fuck. if I'm throwing radiant energy out of my hands and I can electrocute zombies, that might be fun. Because at this point, this shit is just lame. If I can't go listen to some music down the street and have a drink at the bar, I'll fry some zombies with my hands. I'm good. And I think it could go that way. I literally think that's an absolute possibility. As people's DNA gets adjusted, as the plasma starts to leak into this realm, as our ozone layer is getting depleted at a rapid rate, as different energies, and the world is going to be completely different. I think a lot of all the movies are talking about it. We're watching electrical storms, plasmic storms happen on a regular basis. The sound, the sky, the sun, it's all changing rapidly. You're watching skies turn red in places. You're watching Aurora Borealis from the northern. The green plasma from that is actually seeping farther down south through Iceland. It used to be above that next to the North Pole. You could see it now. It's starting to seep into where Iceland is. And you're seeing purple skies in places, red skies, green skies. I'm like, okay. Apparently this is the realm we live in now, and it's gonna only go further. And people are going to, some people, because of their toxic being, will either turn into zombies, die, or go to another realm. It's about what I see. And then other people, their DNA will get upgraded. I think that's about the size of it. There's not really a lot of other possibilities. Like the realm, it makes no sense. Even if there is an AI robot, it doesn't make sense for an AI robot to just throw us into a giant cage and let us all die like sheep. I mean, they would have already done it. That's the point. If there was AI or reptilians or whatever, not saying that they're not here. I'm just saying they're not all bad and they're not all good. I'm just saying that they would have already done that shit. They would have never given us the internet. They would have never given us the chance to do all this. So it must be for some sort of larger, if there is a God in this whole thing that created everything, whether it's androgynous or hermaphroditic or man or woman, doesn't really matter. It would take care of its creation. It would see it and make sure that it wanted it to evolve in some way. So it would be more powerful and in a better situation. So I'm not a pessimist in that way. I understand that. I understand. Here's what I am. I'm not a half empty or half full. I'm a full glass, but the water's dirty kind of person. But on the bright side, I know how to distill water. So I'm gonna take a full glass of water and clean it. Y'all can stick with your half glass is full, half glass is empty. You can have your half glass of fucking whatever water you like. I'm gonna take a full glass of water and just clean it. Fingers Mitchell Cullen is right. Xavier Rudd I already knew about. He's a guitarist. He's a nice guitarist. Yeah. Oh, I got tuning forks. I can play the tuning forks. And I got some bowls too, but yeah, the didgeridoo is tough because you got to do circular breathing. That's just real tough. Yeah, you can't let anybody borrow an instrument. That's like letting someone borrow a CD or borrow a book. You never get it back. I mean, the instruments thing, you can always get back. Like the person that has the steel drum. It just I haven't called the person. If I call him, I mean he would give it back. It's not even a question. I just haven't seen him in a bit because I just wasn't using it. Yeah. If anybody knows which ones it was, I mean, I've done a bunch on it, man. Maybe listen to the David Blaine one I did. That's the first time I explained it. Here, I'll look it up for you right now. I'll tell you which ones, Hamilton, which ones I've done, because I've done the talk so many times, and a couple of them got pretty deep on them. Let me see if I can remember which ones they were. Let me search that for you right now. Okay. Starting with, well, that was that far back. It was only a week ago. So David Blaine's Ascension Decoded, that's a week ago. That's a good idea. Oh, UFOs, iron oxide, red skies, DEWs, and weather mods. That's a good one. That's 3 days ago. And then there's a couple long ones that you don't need to listen to the whole thing. I think usually I cover these major things within the first 30 minutes. And then I get into a dialogue with people. So again, go a week back and you'll see David Blaine's Ascension Decoded. That one's great. And I'm not saying that, people told me, but I mean, I know it's good. The UFOs, iron oxide, red skies, DEWs, that's all the same. That's the same one. That's 3 days ago. The weather manipulation technology, or is it magic, is decent. It's a long one, but you only need the beginning. Well, and then the plasma overlord, the beginning again. There you go. That should do it. And the rest of them are. Okay, they're very cool. Yeah, the rest of them are just mostly different concepts about media. Okay, yeah, you got that? Makes sense. It's like 3 of them, but the Dave one is. I think the UFO's iron oxide is the biggest one. It's only 57 minutes. I would watch that a complete one. The UFO's one, and the David Blaine one gets pretty deep into it, like more symbology too. Advice for astral projection. Well, fasting is going to help you do that for sure. What kind of fasting are you doing? If it's just water, or are you doing like fasting with any? If you're doing additions to the fasting, then any kind of substance you use is going to be multiplied tenfold. Astral projection. Stay up later. Force yourself to stay awake. Do the wake back to bed method. If you don't know what that is, look it up. WBTB. That is one of the most helpful methods to help yourself get out of body, to astral project. Setting your alarm on your phone to go off every 15 to 20 minutes. That will keep you right on the precipice, so you can get yourself to lucidity, and from a lucid dream, you can get yourself astral projected or out of body pretty quickly. And there are certain substances you can do to help with that. One would be galantamine or red spider lily, if you're willing to, order something. But you'd have to obviously wait a few days. You're not gonna be able to find that at a store, I doubt. Mugwort helps. Breathing, there's a few breathing patterns that'll help. Probably nose. Do a nose, mouth. Two breaths up. And then go into mouth, because that will start to bring the energy down. So you want to get some oxygen to your brain, and then start pulling here, and then get your body to settle. And that's the beginning, right? If you're laying in bed, and then get your body into what's called sleep paralysis. And to do that, Don't move. Do not itch yourself, no matter how much, because your body is, the reason you get an itch is not because you're itching, but your body is testing to see if it's asleep. And if you don't itch it, well, it will itch. You'll get a little itch right there, right over here, like, well, fight that urge to itch that. And if you don't, it will go away, and your body will start to shut itself down, and you'll start to feel heavy. And as soon as you start to get there, your mind will be awake and your body will be asleep. And from there, you can project or get out of body pretty quickly. I was a little behind. So you're saying you're seeing that here in Europe too? You're talking about this different color skies? You'd be epic to see me playing with a steel. I mean, obviously, I have I'm an analog synthesizer. I make mad beats. Well, I can't say I make mad beats because that's somebody else's. I make beats, but that you know, what's that? Digitally pressing buttons. They will kind of lose the organic orgasmic fantasy of things. I mean, it's analog, so it kind of gives that the feeling of that. Um, yeah. Hamilton, that sounds about right. See, there's gonna be two things. There's gonna be a real, um, not alien invasion in a bad way. There's gonna be a fake one, and there'll be a real one. And so again, it's the art of confusion. Since they know it's coming, they're going to stage Project Bluebeam and stage alien things, and you're gonna be wondering which one's which. So people are like, oh, it's all staged, and like, no, actually, there are already spaceships cloaked up right now. There's already alien beings have been here. There's already different species on this planet, without question, in this realm. You know, so done been here. So whenever you see it, it's actually going to be the because of the other energies that are coming in, the reptilian and the bad ones and the good ones. There's species that won't be able to hold their form. There's some that are holographic, so it's on TV. It's not going to really matter. And then in reality, the people that are holding their form together, the energy is going to be too high. They're not going to be able to hold that density, and so they'll immediately be like, there it is. Told you that person was. I told you that person was a reptoid or a reptile. Good or bad. Some of them are good. Some are good. Some are bad. But you'll see. Because the energy if I start vibrating like this, oh shit, I'm trying to hold in the shell, like, oh, and so you see people like, you'll see the robots will get fried. Yep, you've seen it already. Watch. You can all over the internet. You'll see somebody on the news speaking, and then just click off, and they fall over. And they always got some silly excuse for it. Like, no, that doesn't happen like that. These people are professionals. If they're people, you don't just pass out because you're, well, welcome State of the Nation today or whatever the news conference about this. They know that's what they do. Unless, of course, they're robots and something malfunction in their system, which is probably what it is for a lot of them. And if we upgrade the plasma event and it's anything like the Carrington event and the electromagnetic pulses go through the roof, starts to fry all the systems, and all of those things, they'll just fall over. They'll be dead. But they're computers, so they're mechanisms and computers. It doesn't matter. Those will be done. They don't exist no more. The AI will get fried. The whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle. I mean, there's a backup system. There's a firewall to some things. This is why they've built all these other cities. There's cities in China. There's cities that are empty. They're built there, but there's no one living there. Yeah, because it's behind a firewall. It's already gridded off so that after the apocalypse, the surviving real people have somewhere to go. They planned it out ahead of time. They already knew. They didn't just build a city to leave it there abandoned. They built the city so that after the whole shit goes down, everybody has a place to be. Intelligence. Yeah. But yeah, certainly the robots will be fried, and then the other beings, because the frequency of things, the DNA will change. Their DNA won't be able to handle it, and you'll see them you'll see them because their bodies won't be able to morph into what they look like as a human, because they won't be on that resonance anymore. Yeah, fire jet, that's right. You can go straight into a lucid dream from there. And then you get from the lucid dream to an astral projection. There's a wild difference. And you'll know if you're in an astral projection or a lucid dream. It's the difference between like eating white bread and eating a juicy steak with a croissant with butter on it, and you could see the steam rising off of it, and you could while listening to Beethoven. You know what I mean? That's the difference. It's that wildly different. A lucid dream is nice. It's fun. It's vivid. But when you're in another realm, astral projecting, you won't be able to tell the difference from here. The only difference really is it's this realm, but it's brighter. It's more vivid. It's like if you've ever done any psychedelics, you know how everything's bright. Like, holy shit, that's what the other realms are like. When you get there, you're like, wait, am I on Earth? What the hell? And everything is just like glowing. Yeah. Water, going to day 3. Nice. Okay, well, if you want to remove parasites, water is not the best way to do that, because unless you're doing a long fast, they're not going to die that quickly. They take a lot longer than a short fast. You would need to do a very extended fast to kill parasites, or you need to do things that will kill the parasites, which would include enemas or consuming through your mouth all of the things that would kill parasites, which would be cinnamon, wormwood, oregano, turpentine if you go that hard with it. But if just from herbs, wormwood, oregano, black walnut husk, cinnamon, even aniseed, star aniseed, more bitter elements, and make teas and things like that. That's the only way you're going to really get rid of them. Things that are poisonous to them, but not to you. And again, also as it gets closer to the full moon, that's when the parasites will come out of wherever if they're hanging out in one of your organs or hanging out somewhere, that's when they come out to eat or feed. So that's when you'll see the most die off of them. So it's because it was just a new moon. Today is a new moon. There's not going to be much activity. You probably wouldn't see anything happen, especially on a water fast. A water fast will cleanse you. It'll cleanse your blood really well, and it'll do a lot of good for you. Removing fats and removing stuff. But as far as parasites, it'll take a lot longer than just to like, here's the thing that they don't like. The terp burps. I had them all day yesterday. J Marley out of me too, because I was like, well, I'll take a shot. I'll take a shot of this. Oregano oil is big time. Yeah, oregano oil is a big one for killing them. Everybody's lost over here. Just go on one of the channels, you'll find it. Wicked. So there seems to be a bunch of new people here, and I will turn this as an offering into a Zoom chat, because that way you guys can talk to me, and you guys can talk to each other if you want. Do you guys want to do that? I'll open up a room and I'll just put it out there like that, because that way because I probably do have a little bit of a a chat. I have to make a little bit of a phone call, and that way you guys can stay online and fuck around with each other, and then I can take a phone call, and we can do the Zoom chat if you guys want to. If you don't, no, fuck off. Divine, good to see you. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, the best way if you're gonna do an enema, like do coffee. Coffee is the most parasites are living inside of your probably liver gallbladder. That's where they hang out the most. This is what I've noticed from people. Yeah, and that's coffee enemas. As far as oregano oil, yeah, it's a good way to go. Adding oregano oil, yeah, that's any kind of green, but that's like one of the most powerful things. Uh-huh. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, and the enema, if you can, urine is the best. I mean, I find aged urine to be even better, but urine is even better. Urine's better than water if you're just doing something for flushing your colon. If you want to get rid of parasites, I mean, the specific gravity and the comfort of doing a urine enema, you can hold it longer because it's already been in your body. It's already the right temperature. It's already specific gravity. It already has so your body's used to it. It's not going to want to. You're not going to get rid of it as quickly. So you'll be able to sit there and maybe do a couple of yoga postures, play with your or get your fingers in there and start moving things around with your fingers. Like not in your butt. I'm saying like in your stomach, like in your just beneath your rib cage, and start playing around in there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Play your tubes. Play your tubes, bro. Play with your pubes, bro. Is Hazel, if that's your number, I'm gonna shut this off. But yeah, just you cancel that so nobody else, you don't have other people calling your ass. I'm definitely I'm shutting the show off when it's done. So, but yeah, if that is, I would suggest erasing that. You know what I'm saying? I got Defiance on bear. I'm calling you right now. Juniverse. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Junior. Oh, you know what's funny? As soon as you left, do you know who came in the room? John Shamanic. It was like literally the moment you left. Very funny. Very funny. What? And I definitely will. Let me see. I mean, because I got to call. I got to take this call anyways. But I'm kind of giving this offering to whoever else is on here to get on this thing now. Oh man, I got to plug this guy in. Yeah, I don't know who else is on here. 16 people. So I only know 5 people on here. Well, I only see 5 people talking. So there's 11 people in the background. Should I even open this channel? Jen, do it now. Do it. Yes. Yes. Yeah, he came through. And it's funny. You missed it. He came through. He was high as fuck. He was high as fuck. And I was reading out of a book and put him to sleep. Yeah, I don't get it, Jay. Like, what is the use of having more than one bot? Like, what's the purpose? I mean, I get it. Like, if there's one bot in every room to, like, for whatever purpose, I get it. But why would you need extras? It doesn't make a lot of sense. And, like, really, I mean, in one sense, like, hey, thanks. I appreciate it. Glad you guys showed up. But another sense is like, where's all the actual real humans that I know? I know these motherfuckers subscribe to me. I know they're on my channel. What's up, Celtic? Oh, you listen. See, I assume that. Well, thank you for saying. It's good to see you. I feel, hey, Lucy, what up? See, I assume that. I assume there's people. I already know that. I always assume there's a handful of people listening in the background, and that they're doing something like washing dishes or taking care of kids or like at work or like school. Like I know a lot of cats are at school. Like I didn't know it when people would come through like, yeah, like I can't really type because I'm in class. I'm like. They're like, yeah, I'd rather listen to you than the professor. I was like, wow, thanks. I appreciate that. Hopefully you don't fall out of your whatever class you're taking because you listen to me. I mean, I wouldn't feel bad about it, but okay. All right. Tidying my shit up, yeah. Yeah, see, Jay Marley was also tidying his shit up, which I was supposed to be doing, but I had like 3 things to do today, which is 3 more than I usually have to do. No, I'm kidding. Um, I had to make a phone call. Well, it was supposed to happen this morning, but I got up late, so it will be. It's supposed to be like 4 o'clock. And it's about some business opportunities, and also had. Actually, there's all actually phone calls I had to make, and make a show, And I was also supposed to hang out with Jay, being poop pals. They used to back when you was back in the days when you were a teenager and you didn't have status and you did not have a pager. You could have pen pals, and we've upgraded to poop pals, poopy pals. Hmm. Are you, Hamilton, you're probably from the Zigzag Ziggler? Oh, it's from Ziggy Zig? Awesome. Yeah, Zig's a good dude. Oh, I hear you. No, I hear what you're saying, though. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Um, Jay. Zig, I've yet to meet him in person. That's somebody that I was supposed to meet in person last year. It just didn't work out timing wise. He cause he got a couple places. He got a couple kids and stuff. Um, yeah, interesting. I mean, you're probably at you've probably jumped in here at a weird part of the show where I'm kind of in between anything important to say and trying to set this thing up to this Zoom thing here. Okay, allow. Cleaning. As I'm sitting here, I'm trying to clean up this device and open up a Zoom room, and my computer is being funky, the funky Co Medina. You remember that song? Huh. I'm really disappointed in the amount of space I don't have on this thing. Like, where is it? Where is it all? Where's it all being held? Who can I hold accountable for this garbage? Like, all I have on here is essential things. I don't have any non-essential programs on here. It's like, you do not have enough room to do anything. Well, that's no fun. Alright, zoom app, here it goes. It's gonna work now. But I have to do what I did yesterday. Start the zoomy on here. Ooh, hello, I'm live again over here. 4 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. set. Okay. And again, I will turn that off. Done. Scheduled. And start. And we are here. Right there. Look at that. I have accomplished the greater and lesser work all at once. Well, not really. But let me grab this guy. We'll be with you in a moment, people. Ooh, you hear that noise? That means you're important. You have mail. Well, you're important. I'm not. I don't know. It's not really. I figure I don't value myself, because if I value myself, then I'd eventually have to devalue myself. So I will do neither. Oh, that's gonna. This is doing this over here. That's trash. Yeah. See. Oh. Oh, do I have a gift? Oh, the Amazon. Well, the Amazon. You mean like you said set up a gift cart, the Yahoo gift cart? You mean Amazon? Yahoo? You sound mad old, Junie. You said Yahoo. You said Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. Oh, I did not. I'll do that. I'm gonna do that. For the lamp and shit. Yeah. I mean, let me think about this. I don't have a shopping cart. I don't. It's kind of like I have a Netflix account, but it's not mine. I'll have to think about how to do this. So if I just set up a shopping cart, you can just see what's in the shopping cart, right? It's just like Zen shopping carts. That's how it works. Okay, I've never done it, so I'll try it. I'll put a lamp on there. But see, the thing is, lamps are kind of expensive for floor lamps. So it's kind of like, if people just chip in and say, if you guys put money into the Cash app or the my PayPal and just said buy a lamp with this, I wouldn't spend it on drugs, alcohol, or hookers. I am mad old as fuck. Also, if anybody wants to join this, we'll see if my Zoom room works for you guys. It's 818-4505-2860. And yeah, again, if anybody wants to do that, like, yeah, I guess I could set one up, but it just, like, some of the things that, like, a floor lamp is kind of expensive. I don't think anybody want to come out of the pocket for that. So if like 3 people just gave me a portion of that, just say for a lamp, I won't spend it on cashews, or I might spend it on pistachios though, as I'm gonna snack on some pistachios. Nom nom nom. I love pistachios. It's such an interesting flavor, huh? Oh. Okay, Hamilton, check it out. You can understand English well, right? You don't need to say anything. There's also, on the Zoom thing, there's also a chat option. But, I mean, you can use the chat to talk. Typing is easier for you. I don't care. There's some people that come in my room that are learning English from me talk, which is weird. Let's see. I'll see if Jay got that right. Hopefully I have enough RAM on my computer because it's working a little slow. And what I want to do is get enough people in there. I'm gonna jump over to my phone. It'll work way better on my phone for it. Let's see if Jay got this right. Come on now. 818-4505-2860. Good job. Good job. Good job, Jay. What was it? 818-4505-2860. See, after the first handful in the mouth, it's one at a time. Yeah, my computer's running mad slow, so if this screws up, you guys can stay in the room, and I'll just have to jump off and come back on this side. It's not going to matter. I don't think it'll kick you out. All right, last handful. If I could, I would order. You know what would be on my Amazon wish list? It would be a 100-pound tub of pistachios. Thank you, Juniper. If you guys come over, I should just let you in. I don't think I let you in right now. Yeah. There's no code to get in. I took that password thingy off. We'll see. And again, my guy, don't worry about the English. You don't even got to worry about putting your face on there. None of that. You can turn them. You can mute it. You can turn the video off. Luciana is here. Luciana does speak the English, the Inglese. She speaks the Julio Iglesias. I know that's her favorite Spanish singer. Is this not right? Lucy has made it into the Zoom, and somebody else has made it into the Zoom. It is connecting to the audio. Yeah, that's funny. Who is it? Jay Victor. Jay Victor. He's from Brazil. He speaks Portuguese. I was like, wow, what an interesting way to learn the English. Because it is interesting because I speak in a very peculiar fashion. It's very good. It's descriptive. Probably not how most people would choose to teach, but I can't hear you guys on that side. Jude, anybody? Hey, there you are. Okay, I hear you. Okay, now Jude's is off. Alex is off. Lucy's is off. There we go. Who speaks Portuguese? Juan Victor. I forget if it was João. His name is João Victor. He speaks Portuguese. He's from Brazil. João Victor. And he does not own a shirt either. Jay Marley and João Victor do not own shirts. So when they come in here, it's a shirtless trio of João Victor, Jay Marley, and no, somebody else that didn't have a shirt on. Well, hopefully next time it's a chick with some nice breast meat. You know what I mean? Did I say that out loud? I'm not even drunk. See, this is what I talk like. I'm gonna sit here and snack on my pistachios. And we'll, oh, hey, subjects. Are you giving me the hungries? I'm doing the hungry, hungry hippo right now. I'll stop eating. Nom, nom, nom. I'm just snacking. Did you guys ever play that game, Hungry, Hungry Hippos?
Is that like with the hand paddle and you got to grab the bean sliding in and out or something like
Oh
that?
no, there's four little hippos, and they got little hippo mouths, and you smash the hippo, the little thing on there, and the hippo goes and tries to grab the thing and pull it back into its mouth. And so there's all these balls in the middle, all kind of falling all over the place. And as you smash it, you're trying to grab one, and it smashes the balls everywhere. And so it's like a circular tabletop
Yeah,
game.
yeah, I know.
Hungry, Hungry Hippos, man. Good game, good game. Yeah, that's my youth. That Battleship, obviously Monopoly. I never lose at Monopoly. You know how you never lose at Monopoly? Always be the banker. Because nobody's paying attention, and you're not even paying attention. You're not even trying to cheat, but sometimes you'll pay for something with the banking money. Somebody be like, I need that'll be $60. You've just landed on a Ventura Avenue, and you pull it out the banking thing and hand it to them, and they're not even paying attention. Yeah, you still got your $60. Like the bank pay for that shit. What would you like, a snack?
Any video requests from the gallery?
Yeah, really.
Lucian or Galaxy A5? Anybody?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Oh, here, I'll turn the screen share on him. So if you guys want to put something on, and so we can have, see, this is the better part of this right here. That I can shut the front door. I can shut the fuck up for a second, and people can screen share on here, and you know, we can do all sorts of fun stuff. I don't know. I have some ideas. You guys want to listen to comedy? Not mine, of course.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's noisy here because there's a shovel across the street tearing down the old house, so I muted me.
Mm-hmm.
But something you were doing the other day, Juniper.
Hey, there's me.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Hey, there's me. What you doing there, then? It's good to see you. You're looking a lot skinnier than I thought you would. I thought the camera put extra pounds on you. I do look about the same height as I think I would be. Mm-hmm. Oh, hi, guy. What you doing? Maybe listen to, oh. Oh, there you go. Your choice. How about Stephen Wright? W. Yeah, there you go. Yes, the comedian. Anything you want by him. Okay, now I gotta shut my. Hey guys, I gotta at least mute this YouTube over here. All right, guys, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I might jump back on the other side. Do a new one, but I'm gonna be on the Zoom. Bye.